The floor, the heat and humidity can make it really hard to have a good hair day around here. Mine tends to go limp and flat, but many of my friends are constantly fighting frizz. Coral Pleas, the owner of Cutting Loose Salons, is here to explain how keratin treatments can help. We can hardly wait to hear this from you. So what is keratin?
Well, keratin was really one of the first initial smoothing treatments. Now, it doesn't straighten hair. I think that's the confusion. It just smooths it. And the best part about keratin is it has 5 different solutions. So today we're going to explain how on Tracy we used it to straighten her hair, but we used another product on Nikki just to make her curls prettier. So you have the selection. Just because you get a keratin doesn't mean you have to have straight, smooth hair.
How is this different from a Brazilian blow dry?
Okay, well, that's a great question because we used an organic botanical product, and then we used Brazilian blowout, and we used keratin, but now we use keratin across the board. So actually, Nikki's is more of the botanical, but the Brazilian is the one that doesn't really straighten as much, and you can still get more volume and everything from it. But Keratin Complex, they cover everything for us.
They've changed a lot, products have.
Oh, a lot.
Because they used to be, in the olden days, really bad for your hair.
Yeah.
But that's not the case anymore, right?
And like I said, and we have many different ones. The one that's really popular is the one for blondes, and it's really a great conditioning treatment. You get it when you get your highlights. It's $75, and it lasts 6 weeks.
6
so
weeks?
Lots,
oh, that's
yeah.
really
Where these
good.
last more like 5 months, 3 to 5 months, if you're using the proper products and taking care of it.
They'll show our embarrassing before hair. How we actually wake up in the morning.
There you go. So
We've got to show the before pictures of these guys and show you what keratin really did for them. Okay.
So
is that you, Nikki?
This is
That's
Tracy.
Tracy.
Believe it or not, this is Tracy's
Tracy,
natural.
my goodness, you've got a lot of hair.
I have a lot of hair and a lot of curly hair.
Yeah. Frizz might be another
Look
word.
at that.
I know.
Wow.
Well, that's a great amount of hair to do anything with, but a little frizzy maybe.
Yeah.
A little.
Well,
Yeah.
for her curls, but for Tracy, when she comes in for her services, we blow it out and she loves it, but it just doesn't last. So now talk about your experience this morning.
My experience this morning was getting ready to come to the Suncoast View. I'm usually, blow drying my hair for a good 45 minutes. This morning I barely had to do anything to it, and it just came out so beautiful and soft and frizz-free. I'm so grateful.
Yes, and it's not frizzy, it's so smooth.
And it feels so wonderful.
And you can see how shiny.
Yes.
You know, it truly is a conditioning treatment. It leaves your hair in better shape after than it was
She
before.
whispered to me in a commercial, I blow dried my hair with my fingers in 5 minutes this morning.
Oh my goodness.
And that is not normal.
That sounds like a miracle. It truly does.
It does.
And it looks so beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, Nikki, can we see your before picture?
So this is me with no product, like straight out of the shower. So it's not something I can really work with unless I'm going to the beach or something. The back is really like kinky and long. And I think, for me, it's either I just go for it with a little bit of product to smooth out the frizz a little, or I just have to do the whole process like Tracy, where I have to, blow dry it and straighten it and roll it. But I was shocked this morning. I woke up and I must have said to David, our husbands are very patient with us. When we get excited about our hair, I was like, can you believe my hair's still this smooth? And he was like, I believed it the last 12 times you asked me the last 24 hours. But I know, my curls, I don't even know what to say. I don't wake up with hair that's smooth like this.
Yeah. And then, so even for Nikki, we touched it up a little bit with a curling iron, but what, 5 minutes maybe?
Maybe 5 minutes.
But she wouldn't need to. She wouldn't need to do that. The one thing I want to definitely mention is make sure they're certified stylists, because you do have to go through a certification to do that, because they're chemicals and you're using 450-degree heat tool on it. Yeah. So having a certified stylist is very important. And then there are so many products that are sulfate-free, because we now know that we don't need sulfates in our shampoo. But in particular, Keratin does make a shampoo and conditioner. You don't want to spend, these are between $300 and $350 for these services. You want to make sure you're using the products afterwards that holds it.
I will tell you, I was very reluctant about sulfate-free because, I've gotten things from Whole Foods or, other products that, I just felt like they left my hair really, really heavy.
No.
And I loved these.
Well, now a lot of the brands, the luxury, the professional brands, they have a lot to choose from sulfates because you really don't need it. But they have come a long way because you're right. You just thought it, since it was all natural, it didn't lather, it didn't feel like it cleansed your hair.
Well, this makes an amazing difference.
Yeah,
It really does. And it lasts 6 months.
Yeah, well, so 3 to 5 months. We'll say 3 to 5 months. And again, depending how often you shampoo, the products you're using, how you're taking care of it. For Nikki also, when she came in, we gave her a nice trim. She hasn't had one of those in a while.
Thank you for that.
But our stylists that did these services, we do probably 10 a week, 10 to 15 a week.
It makes an amazing difference.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah, so do I, and looking at their hair.
All right, to get more information about Keratin smoothing treatments, you can find Coral and her team by going to cuttingloose.net.